Education Department says emergency money is intended for U.S. citizens. Limit is consistently echoed throughout the law. According to Daily Caller News Foundation by Mary Margaret Olohan, coronavirus funding for the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund is intended for U.S. citizens, according to the Education Department. The CARES Act ties funding in the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund to Pell eligibility and requires Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos to use the same systems to distribute these funds as she uses to distribute funds under Title IV of the Higher Education Act. Deferred action for childhood arrivals or DACA recipients are prevented from receiving funds under Title IV of Higher Education Act, Department of Education Press Secretary Angela Morabito told DNCF, making the DACA recipients ineligible for receiving higher education emergency relief. And she adds, the CARES Act makes clear that this taxpayer-funded relief fund should be targeted to U.S. citizens, which is consistently echoed throughout the law. DeVos announced an additional $6.2 billion is available for higher education institutions Tuesday. This follows the Department of Education making more than $6 billion available for colleges and universities to provide emergency cash grants to students, according to an Education Department press release. Quote, this pandemic has made clear every single education institution should make important investments to ensure learning continues when unexpected circumstances arise. Accordingly, the additional funds made available today can be used to expand remote learning programs, build IT capacity, and train faculty and staff to operate in a remote learning environment so that at any moment institutions can pivot quickly. She adds, I hope that institutions that already have robust remote learning capacity will consider using this funding to support additional emergency cash grants for students. The CARES Act prescribes a formula whereby school allocations are set, weighted significantly by the number of Pell-eligible students, according to the Education Department. The formula also weighs the total population for the school and the number of students who were not enrolled online full-time before the coronavirus pandemic. This on WND. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.